Hey everyone. Hey Matteo.
Hey guys, hey Lois, hi everyone.
How are you?
All great, all great. Long time no see. I mean, like we
Yeah,
we 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 had another webinar. Like it was like I think last year.
last year I think yes. One of my first webinars when I arrived in La Grosse Machine, maybe even 1 year and a half. And yeah, I'm super happy today to have you by my side to tackle one of the hottest subject I think in prospecting, which is how to build a qualified list and then try to book meetings through smart and efficient sequence and strategy. Prospecting strategy. So, guys, you have in the right sidebar the chat. See this full hour with Matteo as a free consulting session with you guys. So please don't be shy. Ask your questions. Share your challenges. What did you try? What you never tried? What you are facing? Like challenges, etc. It's really like 1 hour full expertise and trying to do this as much as efficient for you guys, useful and dynamic. Um, and I'm Eloise. I work at La Grosse Machine, which is a sales automation tool. And Matteo is one of the best expert I know in the outbound ecosystem and sales ecosystem. And yeah, so let's try to give and afford strategy and insight to our audience today. And Matteo, I let you introduce yourself.
Yeah, thanks, Lois, for like the introduction. Yes, so I'm Matteo. I'm the founder of the Acceleration. We build sophisticated B2B go-to-market systems. We send a lot of emails every month, like more than 1 million. But yeah, more than that, like we do a lot of work. Like we work with like email, LinkedIn, cold calling. We use a lot of channels today, and that's what we're gonna show today as well. And we really build sophisticated system, and maybe like to partner with a growth machine to be able to build something like this. Today we're gonna see. I'm gonna go like through the slides now, so we're gonna go more in details. But we're gonna see exactly how we can build persona-based outbound that like uses multi-channel all through a growth machine. So you won't need any other tools except like for Sales Navigator, but you won't need any other tools, so you can do everything in a growth machine and start your own campaigns and book meetings.
Yes, that's why one of the angle we wanted to give to you guys how to reduce your stack next year and to also reduce your cost, your tooling cost. And I think that maybe today go-to-market expert are multiplying all the stack, all the tools, and adding tools. And I think maybe simplifying this is also a good way to reduce cost and of course to be even more efficient at the end.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Of course, we can use like we can add like tools, and that's like something that we can do. But like we can do everything in like of machine, and like goal of today is like how we can simplify everything, avoid adding like many things, and just do everything in one tool. With like of machine, that's possible. Not I would have to say not every tool allows to do that. So that's a great thing that we can do that with like of machine. That's
Yeah.
definitely like a big thing.
When I let you share your screen, Matteo, and
Yeah,
during
sure.
this minute, I also share a little link. If you want guys to give a try to La Growth Machine for free, especially for this live, I built a little magical link in partnerships with Matteo to give you guys 1 month 100% free of La Growth Machine. So maybe it's a good way to give a try and to launch first campaigns, because during 1 month you have plenty of time to have first results, right?
Yeah, absolutely, yes. I'm gonna show like it's like quick like to build. I think of course like maybe you might need like a few days like just to build everything, but then you can start and then yeah, like you can get results basically almost immediately.
Perfect. And I'll let you share your screen. I saw
Yes,
your slides. They are so great. So
I thank the content team for that. I don't know if some of them are here, but in case, thank you guys. Okay, no, wait, share. Okay, slideshow, perfect. Okay, guys. Yeah. So to give you context, we go through the slide, then we're going to show you, I'm going to show you like the tools, specifically. I mean, Sales Navigator, and then like the deep dive on a growth machine on a leader demo. We have like a Q&A at the end, but like whenever like you want to like just like drop questions, and Eloise like just as you know just like ask, interrupt, and I mean happy to make this as interactive as possible.
Yes, we'll do.
Uh, let's go. So what we're going to speak about today, guys, is like the how to do multi-channel outbound in a persona-based way. So we're going to use again Sales Navigator and Growth Machine to do all of this. First of all, a few words on me. I've already kind of like shortly introduced myself. So I'm the founder of Tam Acceleration. What we do at Tam Acceleration is we build complex, sophisticated B2B go-to-market systems. Outbound, AI-based outbound is a part of it. We do like a lot more in terms of account-based marketing and like work on the RevOps side and CRM. But like I would say multi-channel outbound is like our entry point. We always work like with multi-channel outbound because of course that's what then gives the results. We send over 1 million emails per month, personalized and relevant to the prospect. That generates thousands of like positive leads and hundreds of meetings every month. We send like thousands of like LinkedIn messages again every month, and we empower the client's team to do a lot of cold calling as well. What we will do today is we're going to focus on how to run a multi-channel sequence. We're going to see as a channels email, LinkedIn, cold calling, and we're going to see specifically for LinkedIn how to have like real live chats so that like seems like human, and like personalized voice messages so that they use like that it seems that like it's sent person by person. And just like a word like beyond moving, so beyond like all the let's say work stuff, I'm probably from my accent you can understand I'm Italian as an origin. I love to travel. Like right now I'm in Mexico City, but I really love to travel. I traveled in more than 50 countries to date. And so like we can, if you're in Mexico City right now, just in the case, like hit me up and we can eventually meet these days.
Oh, Pietro say, really Italian? I'll never say.
It didn't
Yeah,
look like, right? It looked
yeah.
like
First time
real.
yeah, maybe sometimes maybe first time I met you, I thought maybe Spanish or, but yeah. Okay, I'm French. I don't think people was any doubt about my accent, but this is the French accent.
I think we're proud about our accents, right? I mean, it's
Yeah.
something that at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, you have an accent, but it's a nice accent, you know.
We're
So it's like,
cute. We're cute, Matteo.
I agree, Louise, I agree 100%. Okay, so what's next? Let's see first of all to see what are like the problems that we want to solve today. So I just give you an overview first. Like the problems that we're gonna see how to we can solve it today is like scattered sources. So as is what something that you were mentioning before, so many sources that are like and even so many tech stack that makes it difficult to makes it really complex to just run a campaign at the end. You know, like we don't. It's probably too complex than what actually is. Too much manual work. So a lot of like manual work and an engine that is not personalized. Let me come back a second. So scattered sources, for example, it's like a lot of like sales lists that are Sales Navigator lists that are a little bit everywhere. A lot of CSV exports and re-uploads. You know, like a lot of time, maybe like you have to download this CSV then re-upload it. It makes it crazy. Enrichment spread across tools. So maybe you have like some enrichment in one tool, then the sequencer in another tool, and it makes like really complex to do things. And data is like not unified. I would add like something that we were speaking like before, lot of tech stack that is like in a lot of places, and you know it makes it really difficult to then bring everything together. Another big problem is like too much manual work. So like maybe you have to manually clean up your list. Maybe you or your team has to do manual segmentation by hand or like checking like doing a dive deep on the leads. Maybe like you have to write like a manual message and like send by one-to-one, and to do like a slow repetitive setup that like I mean it's like makes it very difficult to go then live. So yeah, a lot of manual work and an engine that is like usually not personalized. So a lot of time I see and that like what was working like a few years ago, but it's not working anymore. People that maybe send the same message to everyone. Right now, it's very important that we have like a different message for every persona. So if like a persona meets the specific requirements, it's central that we send a message that resonates with their pain points, with like what they like case studies that are relevant for them, solutions that are relevant for them, even keywords that are relevant for them. So it's central that the flow is based like on the specific persona. Other problems that we have is like maybe the custom attributes or contextual variables are not there. We don't have social warming. That really does a lot. We're seeing like the difference in terms of like sending connection request immediately or warming up a little bit earlier. And we don't have a multi-channel flow that is like well connected and working. So these are the three problems that we're going to solve today. Too much manual work, scattered sources, and no personalization engine.
And thumbs up if you face one of these problems, guys. Don't hesitate, or just you can also say yes or me. But yeah, I wanted to know how familiar you are with this kind of problems.
Yes, guys, any problem even like this is like most relevant for you, we can then do a deep dive eventually
Yeah,
later or even now. I mean, if you
yeah, exactly. If you want to share one of your specific challenge, yes, of course.
yeah. Okay, so what we want to have is on the end of the day, like a research in Sales Navigator. So Sales Navigator, I think probably many of you like in this call are familiar with it, but anyway, we're gonna see like through it just like to go through it. So Sales Navigator, find the right person and ICP. Sales Navigator is like great like for finding, it's probably the best database like for finding leads. Then we will go and we will do everything in La Growth Machine. So we will do all the importing in La Growth Machine, all the enriching of the leads. There are some cool features that I want to show you when we import and enrich. That is like the cleaning of the list, but we're gonna see it in a second. We will do the warm up of the people in the sequences. We will build a message and then we will launch the multi-channel. I will show you like the structure that we usually use when we do multi-channel, and that brings a lot of meetings for our clients. In terms of like the last step that I suggest, we're not gonna go like in too much detail on this, but the last step that I suggest is like always connect then with your CRM, like Growth Machine with your CRM. You can do that like through like, for example, Zapier, Make, or like another tool, and it allows like to whatever like is your CRM to sync all the data like directly in there. So that's the last step that I usually suggest, to have like the full system in place, basically just with 3 tools in total, where one is your CRM and the other one is Sales Navigator, and of course all the center is in La Growth Machine.
And this is perfect because I think during your demo you will answer to two of the question. One question from Pietro about what is your 2 top signals you look for before reach out for your agency, and another one is about LinkedIn segmentation, how to extract the best target list. So yeah, we will try to answer that. Claire, is LGM enrichment qualitative for email? Yes, this is verified email, and we have waterfall enrichment, which means that more than, I think we have 9 provider enriching in cascade like waterfall, and yes, they are all verified.
Yes. I would say like we can like see how to filter the leads like in the demo. Answering Pietro's like a question that is like related to the signals. So signals really depend on like the client. Of course, based on the client, we do an analysis on the client, and then we understand what are the best signals for our clients. It can be like from technographic to hiring signals. Yesterday, like we onboarded a new client. There were, I think, like we were discussing about 15 different signals. Of course, we have to prioritize like like a few, like otherwise it becomes too much. For like our agency specifically, we usually it really depends. I mean, we usually like see at companies that that are like we are focusing on specific industries specifically, because like we are focusing on a lot on case studies. So we have case studies that are really strong on specific industries. And so I will show you some example in the copy, by the way. And we do like specific campaigns that are for those industries. And then usually there needs to be either hiding or growing. So they need to show sign of growth or like maybe hiding like right now.
Perfect.
Okay, so guys, I will show you now how exactly we can build everything. Okay, and then we will go through the demo. We will go through the step by step. Again, like any question, then please like go through it and happy like ask that and happy to go through it. So first of all, we want to create our search in Sales Navigator. We need to make sure that to create as many searches as needed for your ICP. In this case, like for this example, okay, we have created two different lists, one for video marketing and one for finance. So we will then see like how the list is created, how the filtering happens in Sales Navigator. We have two lists created and two lists saved. Again, one is like for finance, for decision makers in finance. We are going to focus on head of sales in both cases, but one is in the finance sector, and the other one is in the video marketing, in the video marketing industries. Why these two sectors? Of course, this is an example. For video marketing, we have a really strong case study. For finance, is a good sector where we are working lately with like good companies in the venture capital world, and we kind of like we are scoping more that sector. I always suggest, usually, for example, if you're choosing two industries, to always go with one that is like really solid, where you maybe have like a studies already and experience that you can prove, and that's gonna bring like more deals for you like quickly. And like the other one could be like something that maybe you would like to try more. Maybe you don't have too much like case studies on that, but maybe like you have some good potential, good potential to grow, and like you are really interested in that. So always keep like a strong one and like an additional hypothetical one. Next step, okay, so like this is all the work that we do in Sales Navigator. Then we go on La Growth Machine. Okay, that's the great thing. So you just build the list in Sales Navigator, and then we can go in La Growth Machine. Here we go into the leads part, and into we go into the import leads, and we import the leads to create different persona buckets. So we will do two different import leads steps. Now in the slides we will see how to do it, and then I will show you in the demo as well. But yeah, we do the import leads part. And we do once for like the finance people and one for the video marketing people. So two different groups of people imported. It's very important that here we are like different options. As you can see, we can import from La Growth Machine database, from LinkedIn, from CRM, from CSV. In this case, my suggestion is like to go from LinkedIn. If you have like, for example, leads in your CRM, or if you have leads specifically in a CSV, you can import them in the same way. But again, like this is like in this example, we will see everything coming just like from scratch. So LinkedIn, and you can import from LinkedIn directly. In here, you can select LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Again, we will see it like in the demo as well. You select LinkedIn Sales Navigator. It's like this one here. And you will paste the search URL inside like the box that we will see later. So pretty straightforward, like so far, right?
And about just before about import from engagers, I think yeah, import from LinkedIn, and then this
yes,
one,
sure.
yeah, comment a post, follow my company page, register for an event, or like a post. So brand new update. Now you will have the capability to just copy paste the LinkedIn post URL, and then it gives you new engager automatically every day. So before it was one copy paste, it's a one shot, and if you have 20 new engagers the day after, you will have to redone the copy paste. Now you copy paste once, you say okay, update this list every day during 7 days, and it's automatically like this, you nourish your pipeline and your audience list. So yeah, about signals, I think linking inbound with outbound, if you are someone who posts on LinkedIn, create lead magnets, etc., and engage on LinkedIn, you can just after that right away outreach your engagers. But you can also engage your competitors engagers, like you can scrap anyone who comments any post or like any post.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Like you can actually like exactly like someone commented on a post, you can like link the post, and you will get like all the people that commented on the post. So you can this is a play that we do sometimes, a signals that we use sometimes for account-based marketing campaigns. And yeah, like you can like paste the link of a post of your competitor, and you will have like all the people that like have engaged with that. So it's like a great signal because in there you can have a lot of people that may be interested in the service of your competitors so that you can steal them. People, yes, that followed your company. If someone followed your company, most likely is interested in the services that your company offers. If they're registered for an event, imagine that like the event is an event on a topic that might be relevant for on a topic that is relevant for your target market. We have done this a lot, like to see like the subscribers of a specific event, again in account-based marketing campaigns. So like there is a specific event, mostly could be like whatever like industry, and every people that is registered, we can contact them. And as well, anyone that like a post, so very similar to the commented a post scenario. So really cool use cases. A lot of like them are like really account-based marketing ones. So maybe you have like less people that you can contact, but they're really targeted. And of course, like the conversion rates can be higher. I always suggest like to have like a kind of blend between like a campaign that like can go like to bigger volumes that we're gonna see today, and then a campaign that like focuses more on the specific signal, and it is more account-based marketing based.
Yeah, exactly. And we had a question from Shaiza, I think. She asked, do we have to use Sales Navigator if we want to use La Growth Machine? My answer will be you can use LGM without Sales Navigator, as we have the LGM database that give you access to the Sales Navigator list and database. But the filter on La Growth Machine are less advanced than all the filters that you have in Sales Navigator. So you can use it in a first way and in the first level. If you want to do something more precise and filtered, Sales Navigator will be good to add.
Yeah, exactly. That's a great question. That's a great answer. You can definitely would use like like Growth Machine. There are even like other sources. So for example, we've seen even just CSV if you already have,
Yes,
or like you can import even from your CRM.
yes,
Uh,
exactly.
but yeah, from LinkedIn and Sales Navigator, as Eloise was mentioning, like we have more filters, and so like we can do, you can be more detailed in what we are looking for.
Mm.
Okay, cool. So at this point, we create audiences. So guys, it's important that like you create the audience buckets, and that they are different audience buckets. Why it's important? Because then we connect the specific audience to the different campaign. So the video producer audience goes to the video producer campaign. The finance audience goes to the finance campaign. So it's important you do two different imports, and then like you create the bucket. Just give it a name that like you can remember. It's easy to remember, right?
Mhm.
You can now clean up your list. I love this feature of like Growth Machine. Actually, this is great, and we will see that later in the demo. So you can clean up your list. That helps like removing leads that are irrelevant. Now, I don't know if you can see like properly, but again in the demo we will see like this like a little bit better. So Sales Navigator, it's like this is a huge problem of Sales Navigator. So Sales Navigator is like the best database like that's around. It's really like the top like the database. I mean, for like everyone, like every people that like work in B2B is basically registered there. But the only problem is that the filters are never like top notch. So every time the filters, as much as they are advanced and that allow us to add like different features, sometimes they add like a lot of like uncleaned people in it. A lot of like people that are like that are not in target. So like I love this feature because it allows us to remove like yeah, like around on average, like 30% of irrelevant leads by import. And that's central because that's a big problem of Sales Navigator. That's a big reason why sometimes, for example, I preferred other databases rather than Sales Navigator. So this feature from Growth Machine is really amazing, guys.
Yeah, thank you. It's like this kind of little feature, like it's quick win, it's not big feature, but whenever we did this kind of little feature, it's so much pile on the use case and the pain that's every expert say, "Oh, that's the feature that I needed." So yeah, sometimes we did big stuff, and it's hard to make it popular, etc., because it's more a guess. And this kind of little feature, little optimization is like, um, it's super great.
Yeah,
Like
it's
the
cool.
chat mode, the chat mode. Maybe we will talk about that after. This kind of little feature.
It's cool how like the team. I would have to say like like they really find like these like tiny things that are really important and are like really relevant. It's great
Yeah.
to have that. And yes, we will see the like, real life chat mode like in a few slides and like even in the flow. That's cool, because it's things that are like so necessary, but it's difficult sometimes to think about that. So to see all of them in one tool, that's amazing. I would have to say. Okay, at this point, Lagrove machine will start importing the leads, and once the leads are imported and they are like in our audience, we can enrich the leads data. So that's the big feature that like we can do directly in here. So we don't have to jump from tools to tool. We don't have to look for emails like by hand as it was like done a few years ago, or like to pay like maybe like expensive tools, but you can just like enrich like the leads in here. So yeah, you do enrich leads data, and you will have a few options for an enrichment. It depends, of course, on what you need in terms of enriching the data. You can, I would suggest that like just to do the full enrich, so you can get like both the verified emails and the leads data. So between like LinkedIn profile, the name, gender, job, location, industry, all this information here. But you can even choose, for example, look, I don't need the email. For example, I just have to do a LinkedIn campaign. I don't want to do a multi-channel campaign. So you can just like, for example, enrich the leads data, finding the LinkedIn URL, the LinkedIn person information, and you can do a campaign just with this. If you want to do like the email campaign as well, you can find the verified email as well, and basically find both all data just with the full enrich option.
Yeah.
Uh, okay, once enrichment is complete, your list at this point are ready for the outreach, right? So you have like two buckets. You do that for your two audiences, and at this point, like your lists are ready for like the multi-channel outreach, right? We have like the audience A and audience B. So audience for finance and the audience for like the video marketing. At this point, we have all the data that we want. We have the LinkedIn URL, we have the email, we have all the information regarding the person. Perfect. We are ready, like to start our outreach. And it's in this moment where we send them to a custom sequence in La Growth Machine. So I wanted to underline like three main parts of like the multi-channel campaign. So the first one is the light social warming. Like you can do, like my suggestion is always to do a bit of like social warming. If you have more time, if you're like more patient, you can even do like more social warming. Actually, the more social warming is the better. We try to go with like balance, like quality even with like time and like speed to result. So we tend like to keep it shorter, but can be even longer. Like the more you wait, like usually you get a little bit higher conversion rates in terms of like
Mm,
connection request accepted.
is anyone? Yeah, is everybody super familiar with the social warming concept? If you guys ask questions sometimes about the words we had or anything, just ask. And yeah, social warming is build familiarity even before outreach and message, send a message by visiting a profile, liking a post, or could be follow the profile, etc.
Exactly. In this case, like what we have suggested here is like, so it's like visit the profile, like recent post, and follow the prospect. So yeah, in this case, we didn't do the liking of the post just because like we got the feedback from sometimes not every client. Some clients like, some clients don't like because they're
Mm.
like, I don't know what is the post to know about. So like someone like told us like that. So but like some clients they're like, yeah, please like just like the post for everyone. So in
Mm.
this that's something that like so in this case we have that like the visit profile and then the follow. We wait then one day and then we send the connection request. So like in the perspective or like the person, like they have received a visited, they have received a visit. Someone that has visited their profile has then followed their profile, and after the one day we send a connection request. Again, this eventually can be done in more days if you like. We usually see that like just adding a visit and a follow has increased our connection accepted. You can add like another visit, for example. You can add a like, maybe like in different days, but like this is enough like to get more connection request accepted.
Mm.
The next step is then the I mean, of course, like building the copy. So we want to build the persona-based messaging. What does it mean exactly, building a persona-based messaging? It means building a message that is like specific for the target market, specific for the persona that we are contacting. Of course, the message that we are sending to a head of sales in finance and a head of sales in marketing are going to be different because it's like two different markets. And we need so to make it like relevant to them. So we can build a copy, of course, using the custom attributes and variables, but we need to do specific research before on the pain points. Now, in the way you do the research on the pain points, you might have already like these in your knowledge. If you don't have, something that I would suggest is like just use like an LLM. I love Gemini for this kind of research, but can be just GPT or Claude as well, and find with it like what are like the main pain points of your target market. Again, if you don't have them, you know, I'm speaking in the case you don't have like these pain points specifically. You can do my suggestion is like with the LLMs, find them specifically, understand the pain points, and then you can tweak the message based on the pain points for like the different industry. Something that I do, for example, I have a kind of big agent that we use, and whenever like we run a new campaign on that like has all the knowledge regarding my agency, regarding our agency, regarding time acceleration. So every time that we have like to target a new industry, we tell them, look, like we want to adapt this message to this different persona. We want to adapt this message to this new industry, to this new job title. How would you write it? And basically like it gives us a draft. Then you have to optimize it a little bit, but not, I mean, sometimes it's perfect, but some of the times you need to optimize it a little bit. And that's the way that you build a message that is really tailored to your persona. If you're curious, I can show you more about like this Gemini part later. I didn't include it here, but yeah, if you're curious, I can show you a little bit more of this. But yeah, so we tailor so we create a message that is tailored to the specific pain points and is like relevant. The message is really relevant for the person, and then we write like, of course, we have like the series of follow-ups. I show you this in the demo, like the multi-channel flow. We have LinkedIn. If they don't accept the connection request, or if they don't reply on LinkedIn, they go to the email sequence. If they then don't reply, they will receive a call calling from the call calling team.
That's great. And yes, about multi-channel, we talk about LinkedIn, email, call. And when we talk about LinkedIn, we can split it in two different formats. We have LinkedIn DM, textual DM, but also voice notes. I think this is also a good way to stand out in the inbox, even for follow-ups. And I also think as for emails, we have an integration with SendSpark and with Lead to do video prospecting, which is another thing. But yeah.
Yes. They are like two amazing tools. The voice message, we're gonna see it like in a second. I love the voice message feature in Growth Machine. To be honest, it's like it's probably the only tool that like it has like all like it has like this feature like integrated. Because most of the time, if you use other tools, like you have like to find it like in another way. Like this feature is integrated and is personalized. It's amazing. It's really an amazing feature. I love it. Yeah, for the personalized video with SenseSpark, definitely that's a cool thing that you can add to personalize your emails messages even more. Like if you have context on SenseSpark, like if you don't have context on SenseSpark, it's like a tool that allows to create a video that is personalized for each different person. So again, like you can say, hey, name, and the name is gonna change, and even like in the background you will have a different the different website of the client. So like everyone, it seems that you're sending a personalized message to everyone, to like the different
Exactly.
receivers.
I just shared a little article. I think it's from the Help Center of SenseSpark, explaining this integration with Lagros Machine and how to prospect with this kind of video.
Yeah. That's amazing, guys. Okay, yeah, let's see. Actually, so we create two campaigns. It's important when we do persona-based outreach that you create two campaigns in Library of Machine. One is for video producers, and the other one is like for finance people. So
Yeah,
you will.
super
Yeah.
segmentation is key.
The segmentation is central, and like like you can even say, okay, like this kind of like clients, they're more reactive, for example, to cold calling. Now it's not the case like for these two buckets, but if it is the case, maybe you start with cold calling and then you follow up with the other tools, or like maybe you say, okay, for this one I want to start with email and then LinkedIn. So you can change even like your flow based on, no, it's not just changing the message, you can even change your flow based on the buckets. Like now in this case, it's like this is like the work that we are doing for like the two ones, video and like finance. We're not changing the flow, but you can do that. You can change the flow based on where your target market is. You can prefer like a channel that goes like email, for example, before LinkedIn, or cold calling before like the email and LinkedIn.
Yeah, true. And even inside a sequence, you can A/B test two messages or two subject line from your email. We just added this A/B test feature, and I mean, now it's not super recent. It's quite a long time we added that, but yeah, for me, A/B test is also super important. Some people ask, do you add an invite note with your connection request or not? Sometimes people say it's better to add a note. Sometimes people say it's not a good way to send a note. So let's A/B test for your targets.
Yes, that's such a great. Like we did some research on that, like to see what's best. We had our numbers. So like you get when you send the connection request blank, you get more acceptance rate, a higher acceptance rate, but a lower reply rate.
Okay.
When you send the message, of course, the message needs to be a good message. But if it is a good message, you get like a higher reply rate, but a lower connection rate.
Mm,
So it depends on where you want to optimize. Do you want to optimize in the short and long term for reply? Sorry, if you want to optimize in the long term for replies, sending the connection blank, it's better.
mm.
If like you want to optimize for reply in the short term, sending a short message, again, like the message needs to be a good message, is like a better option.
Yeah, I agree. But so that's super important to have this in mind, that you can A/B test subject lines, invite note or not, even messages, of course.
Yeah. And of course, like everything changed for the industry again, but this is like what we have seen, like working across different clients. Okay. So the copy is tailored to each persona. I think like we've already kind of covered it, and it's very important, guys, that the leads and the audiences are assigned to the two groups, right? So we have like the group for the video producer and like the group for finance, and we assign the leads like to the different groups. Okay, now a few cool features that we have mentioned before. Again, we can see that in the demo as well. But yes, like something that we have activated here in every LinkedIn message, for example, is the real chat mode. It's something that, like at one point, I started seeing like messages that were like one after the other. And I was like, okay, what's going on here? Because I knew that they were automated. I mean, I could recognize, but I didn't understand what was the tool. And then I realized it was a growth machine. It was like, okay, amazing. And so I started using as well. And yeah, that's really cool, because like if you think about that, whenever like you send a message that is like a full message, it's clear that it is automated. But like it's when you send one message after the other in waiting a few seconds between each one, that's really human based. That's how when I write like this. When I
Yes.
write in this way, even like to showcase it's a person behind. It's like not a bot, you know. And so this like option, this feature that is unique, I would say. It's amazing because like it allows you don't even have to divide the message. Like you just give the full message to a machine, and every machine will divide it like in tiny bits, send after a few seconds one to each other, really mimicking a human.
Yeah, exactly. Can you show an example? Yes, I think on the maybe on the website we have an example, but to be honest, it's just that you give the whole text, the whole VM, and it will split it based on punctuation in few little messages with a delay of 2 seconds. And the best way is also to make a little how do you say a little error, in the message, like hello with two o, like it's not a grammatical mistake, but it's like oh, my keyboard did this, and so like if you say hello with two o or something like that, and then few different messages, it's super difficult to imagine that it's automated. And also one big message is divided in maybe three or four little messages, so it's more notification or in the mobile or in the notification model of the leads, so it's also a good way to stand out in the inbox.
Yeah, definitely. It's like it's a great way, guys. I mean, like I really love like this feature. I was looking for like an example. The point is that I would love to share like maybe names of like people.
Yeah.
So like that's maybe I can share like a screenshot, but without like the name. We can.
Yes, I have. I can just give you guys this page. If you guys click on this page, the real chat mode one, you have this example. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
I
you
mean,
have all the information on how it's splitted. Yeah.
it really increases like a reply rate, you know. It makes it like more human, like you get more notification. You get more notification, even like more prone to reply. Definitely activate this mode is amazing. Definitely a great thing to have.
Mhm.
uh, and like another thing, yeah, that we were mentioning before is like focus on personalized voice messages. So it's central that we have, so we can use this, like, and again, like as I was saying before, the machine is like one of the few tools that allow for this. You can have like you can record the full message, and every message is gonna say hey name, mimicking your voice. And so like hey Eloise, hey Matteo, hey I think Claire was like making a question before, hey Claire. And yes, hey name, and then like the rest of the message. So it makes it really real, and it seems that you're sending a message. So with it, I can show you in the demo. I suggest you to send a voice message followed by a written message. That's how actually the campaign was like thought. So this allows to more replies, because when people see like a voice message, they might, I mean, like the ones that open, there is a good like the possibilities that they reply are high. Usually they're higher than like a written message, but some people they don't open it. So like to have like the best of both worlds, you can send the personalized voice message followed by a quick a message where you just explain what you say in the voice one. And we've seen that like these things together, they increase like connections rate.
Once I saw a user, and I think it's a good way to do that. He dropped a voice and he said just textually, "What do you think about that?" That
Yeah,
was just the text. So like we can't not hear the message where we have a voice and then what do you think? So yeah, it works a lot.
exactly. That's exactly the concept. Yes. It works a lot. And like just a question like this, so like they're like, okay, I'm curious now. I want to hear. I want to know what's in there.
Mhm.
And the Lagrange machine allows to do it like really seamlessly. You just like add the voice message followed by a message, a written message, and it's gonna be like one followed by the other. So really cool, guys.
Mhm.
Okay, so in the end, of course, our last step our last part is like to launch the campaign and, of course, enjoy the results. So if as you can see, it's pretty smooth and straightforward, like to build the full flow. Um, I mean, I think even if you're starting from scratch, maybe like you will need like kind of a few days. But like it's not gonna be. You don't have to connect a crazy amount of tools. It's pretty straightforward, so you can really start getting replies kind of immediately. Of course, LinkedIn. If you start with LinkedIn, like times are gonna be longer because LinkedIn, like they need to accept your connection request. It's like usually a channel that has like longer time to lead. But like if you start with email, for example, you can start getting replies immediately. It's very easy and like fast to set up. Uh, a few things before like going into the demo. So it's like the last part that I suggest again is like to sync your CRM and to align the CRM. This is like something like additional if you eventually want to add like some like the final step, I would say. You can push replies to the CRM. You can update the status automatically, and in the CRM as well. This is like more advanced. You can trigger workflows for follow-ups eventually. Like usually we use HubSpot and we have like all the workflows triggered if like someone is like categorized as interested, for example, in the workflow. Again, this is something like a little bit more advanced. They've added DRs. I think it's something important in general, but it's not something needed, for example, if you want to get results immediately and just go on with the tool. Some pro tips. So start sequences like in like as a summary. Start the sequences with light LinkedIn warming. Keep the personas separated for clearer message. Use custom attributes to make each message context-based. And review the enrichment before launching a sequence. So give it a check just if everything is fine on the enrichment, just like to make sure that everything is fine. This is like something that like we do like with the team. We do this like consistently. We apply these 4 steps on a consistent way.
Great. We have a question about
Yeah, one.
let me know if you want to question before the demo.
Go with the question. Maybe if you've seen the demo, we just like I just answering the demo.
Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah.
Okay. So we had a first question from Valerian on the beginning. He was asking if you can help him and or recommend signals, because his use case is that he's head of growth in a IT development company,
Mm-hmm.
and he wants to know, so the clients are SMB, like small medium businesses, but
Mm-hmm.
with various industries, of course, and he wants to know how to catch the intent that the person is looking for an IT development services at the moment.
Yes, of course. I would need, of course, like more context, right? But like in a few, like what I've seen in IT, some good signals are like the technographic ones. So seeing, for example, what are like the tools that they are using at the moment. It can be done with build with, and like if you find like the signal, if you find the technographic data, you can look at the data, and if it's like a relevant tool for your offer, like you can have like a glimpse from that. That's like one that we use like often when we speak about it, looking at the technographic data, and based on that we reach out like in case like like the tool is like a tool that like improves or is a competitor of like the technographic tool that you are looking. I could find, of course, more, but like like having more context. But like yes, in IT, usually it's like we always have like that technographic signal. Uh,
And you can find these signals through Sales Navigator or other tools.
It's not anymore. It was possible before. But they removed the option. Yeah, that's like something bad actually. Like it was possible before to find the technographic data Sales Navigator. A few months ago, they removed it. Usually, I use Clay and Build with together to find it.
Okay.
So, or you can directly download if you want to avoid Clay. You can you can have like built with or eventually like a technographic database, and you can look for like the specific tool, download the list of people, and then you can upload that in La Growth Machine.
Yeah. Yeah, I give built with link. Someone else talk about Freckle, great clay alternative. Okay, thanks. Job posting are also an option. Through there, don't always go for an agency instead for interior. Yeah. Yes, if they are um, uh, posting jobs about developers, maybe they have a need. Yeah.
That's good. That's a good one. Post about developers. Yeah, it's like again, like yeah, it's a good one that we hiring for specific, yeah, like jobs, like those
Technical, yeah.
technical jobs. You can scrape Indeed. Yeah, definitely you can scrape Indeed or like other job searches in these engines. Or if you want to keep everything in Sales Navigator, you can look for. I mean, yeah, no, I don't think like it's strong like they're hiding signals. I will look more for like yeah, scraping Indeed or stuff like that. But it becomes a little bit more complex. If we want to add the complexity, I mean, we are Clay experts. We usually when we add complexity, always use Clay like for signals and part like that. Because if it's like a little bit of complexity, yes, maybe you can still work with CSV. But if it's like a lot of complexity, I would suggest to go with Clay at that point.
Yeah.
Um,
Matteo, if that's okay for you, I gave your LinkedIn. If guys
yeah,
you want to give more info to Matteo, just reach out to him on LinkedIn.
yeah, guys, like just feel free to text me and happy to like help you. Just for context, like we even like posted. So today we focused on like using a growth machine from A to Z. I posted like a lead magnet or a resource on Friday. It was Friday, yes. With how to use a growth machine with Clay for basically doing this. It's a little it has like a layer of complexity, so you have like additional tools. If you're curious, go there and like go on my profile, comment there, and I will send it to you, or just send me a message and I will send it to you. But
I will copy paste the post of Friday
yeah,
in the chat.
amazing,
And
amazing. Thanks,
another
Liz.
question from Amir. Amir says, you mentioned Gemini for personalizing your message. Maybe if in the demo you can just share with us your use of Gemini.
Yes. Okay, look, I will go through the demo.
Yeah,
And uh, it just stop me or like tell me like to go faster in case I know that like we don't have too much time, but I can stay like a little bit longer if needed. So I mean we can stay longer, but
yeah,
yeah, like,
yeah.
I'm conscious
Okay.
of time as well. Okay, first of all, let's start with Sales Navigator. So Sales Navigator, okay, is the first part. It's important that like we do the filtering here. Like we want always to have, for example, the headcount is central. In this case, we focused on 1150, but can be changed. You can even do different persona based like on different headcount. Usually, like a company, 1150 has different needs than one that is like 250 plus, right, or 100 plus as well. So you can even just have everything like the same and just change like the number of people and like the needs change. The geographical location, job titles, as mentioned before, in this case, we focus on head of sales and head of marketing. It's important that you keep like two different geographies. You want to have both the company geography and the person geography. So it's very important that we keep like United States, for example, both like at person level and at company level for both of them. And then, of course, the industry. You can add like additional filters if you want. Someone was asking about the filters in Sales Navigator. You have a lot. For example, even like focus on buyer intent. You can be like more detailed. To be honest, like all the other ones that we have seen, like the most important ones, I would say it's always like yeah, I mean like the basics ones are like these ones, like that allow us to create like a bucket that then we can personalize based on like the persona. We can then of course like add additional elements that are like are interested in the filters. For example, years of experience, profile language. Sales Navigator allows to filter, but not too much. And that's why even like I was mentioning, like the resource, like the possibility from a growth machine to clean the list, it's like useful. It's very useful because it allows to add like that additional layer of like cleaning that maybe here we cannot like do directly. Yeah, the next step is then to go into La Growth Machine. As I was showing in the slide, we can import the leads. So import from LinkedIn. As you can see, like the new signal features that we were mentioning before. We can do LinkedIn Sales Navigator. And okay, it will open for us actually like the LinkedIn Sales Navigator. You don't need to go here if it's not needed, if you already have like your search done. So you come back here, you get the URL. I'm jumping from one slide to the other, but just to give like what I'm doing. And then you bring the URL in here. You add the URL in here, you add it, the clean my leads part. And I mean, in this case, I had like 25 leads, there can be more, but I will do the import. We give the name, so video, do to LGM, and we do this, and we create a new audience. Amazing, and it's importing the leads. Yeah, let's wait a second. I mean, it should be like pretty fast.
Arun asked, is it possible to share your LGM template or sequence that maybe you show, or another one, but just to have
I can share. I can share. I think it's
Oh,
possible. I can. I think I can share directly. That. Yeah, yeah. I can do definitely. Definitely. Yeah, sure.
and does a list of the actual industries in Sales Navigator exist somewhere with the subcategories? Does a list of the actual industries in Sales Navigator exist somewhere with the subcategories?
I mean, you pick the industries that you want to target. So let's say in this case, like we're showing like a campaign, we do like a campaign on video marketing because we have a strong case study in that, and finance because we have a new client that is going really well, and so we want to double down on that. But you choose the industry. So yes, like I mean, if I get the question, so if you go here in Sales Navigator, for example, you click on industry, and you have like all a series of industries, right? So you can also like go through these industries and say, okay, yeah, I want to prospect this one. I would like suggest you to do some research before and choose like the industry before, and that's my suggestion in general. Pick an industry that makes sense for your analysis on your own unique solution and target, and what are like your most successful case studies, for example.
Mm.
Okay, leads here are importing, but maybe even because like we have already imported. So just like to go a little bit faster, let's go in the audience. Oh, okay, they are imported actually. Great. So we can come here, and at this point, so we have like the information again here. I think this is great. So like it gives us an idea already on what are like the potential enrichments if we proceed like on okay, yeah, sorry, like this was already been enriched. I didn't understand.
Yeah.
This has been already this has been already enriched, right? Because like this was the list that I've already enriched previously. I'm using a second one. But to give you like an idea of what you can do here is like you select everyone, you do enrichment, and you do enrich leads data. And at this point, like you will have the option to enrich everyone. My suggestion is just do like full enrich, because like you will have like for 5 credits, like the value of 6 credits. So it's like really valuable. And you get both like the leads data, LinkedIn URL, name, and other information, and verified emails. So you get both of them. But if you want to just have the LinkedIn data, you just do this one, enrich leads data, and you will just find the LinkedIn URL. You start the enrichment, and really quickly you get like all this information from job to the email that is like verified and found, as you can see, to the company name, industry, the website, the location, the LinkedIn URL, the bio, the gender as well. So you get a lot of information, and at this point you can say, okay, let's do a LinkedIn campaign. We have the LinkedIn URL, perfect. Everyone is going to have like the LinkedIn URL, right? Because they come from Sales Navigator in this case. And let's do the email campaign if we have the email. So yeah, like this is how it works. Next step is like to have our campaign. So we have like the sequence, as I was mentioning before. So it's important. This is, for example, the finance one. Maybe should actually the video producer, just because it's like something that we have like more like stable. And like, okay, we have like, so visit profile, follow, and as I was mentioning, like the case study, like this is like the warming up. We then wait and we send like a connection request. If during 7 days they accept, like, so whenever they accept within 7 days, we send a voice message that like the one that I was mentioning, that is like AI generated. I don't know why like appears like this, like right now. And then we send a message right after the voice message. So we send like a voice message where we say, hey, just wanted to welcome you to my network. I post on LinkedIn every day. Hope to see you here. Best wishes. So we want to send a voice message that welcome them to your network. You want to be like, not to like, we don't want to pitch them right away. It to be too much. My suggestion on LinkedIn is always like to start a conversation with them. So it's good, like at this moment, if they reply and then you or your SDR team engage with them and build a connection to then bring them to understand what are their challenges and then bring them to a meeting. I wouldn't suggest like usually this strategy brings more meetings at the end of the day. It's a little bit longer, but then just pitching them right away. If they don't reply to this, most likely they won't reply to the following messages as well. They won't really engage with you. So at that point, if they don't reply, we can go a little bit stronger. And so we can say, we can like use like a pain point. Usually I like to use the pain point in a question. This is like, it's called the poke the bear approach. It comes from Josh Brown, one really great, strong sales guy that I took a lot from. And you uncover their pain with a question in a way that you're not saying you must have a problem with like scaling your revenue, because it's like they hate that, people hate that. But if you ask, people tend to internalize themselves the question, and they are more prone to reply because they feel more empowered. We then share the case study. In this case, we shared a case study with a client, Lemonlight, where we supported them book 182 meetings in just 3 months. So it's a really strong case study, and that's even why we focus on video producers. And then we ask like the call to action question. So really simple. You can see like it's LinkedIn. We don't want to add too much context. We want to anyway like keep it like relational. We start with a relational based like connection, voice message plus like written message. We follow with a message, and then if they like shorter with the case study, and then again if they don't reply after other 7 days, we send another message here where we attach the case study.
And here is the way to activate the real chat mode, because it was a question before. Where do I activate it? It's in the message part. This actual part.
It's already here. Yes, it's really easy to activate, and that's what makes it great, I think. So you can just click in here, and it's activated, and basically it's gonna cut the message like across like the different paragraphs. So that's a great thing. It makes it really human. You don't receive a block. You receive in this case 4 messages. That is like way more human. Of course, use it when like the message is not crazy long, because otherwise it's gonna be like 10 messages. But if it's like this, it's perfect. Okay, if they don't reply at this point, or like if they don't accept the request within 7 days, we send them an email. In the email is like a similar concept. Okay, we want to give like something that is like more relevant. Here I'm using like some messages that have worked for us in the past. These are like messages that brought us replies and meetings for ourselves. So, hi name, I saw the recent data on company name. Is the pressure to scale revenue feeling more intense as customer acquisition costs continue to climb? This is like something that is like a pain for usually head of sales or head of marketing in video marketing agencies. And then we give the solution followed by the case study. So this by generating a complete revenue engine, so solution, and then we give a case study. And then call to action. So easy, like we have an entry point, you have like the pain point uncovered, you have the solution, and then you have like a case study followed by a call to action. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward with all the points. And in the second email, I usually suggest to give a lead magnet, to give like some material for free. For what we offer like lead list. Usually it works and they are interested. So something that is cheap for you, that you can give freely, almost freely. I mean, for us, it almost doesn't cost anything to create a lead list of their top decision makers. For them, it's a crazy lot of value. So we give them this list, and a lot of people reply. We send them the list, and that's a good way for saying, okay, do you need us to activate this list, for example? And at that point, we can go and support them on that. If they don't reply here, we then proceed with a cold calling. So there is a task for the person, the SDR in your team or yourself, if you're doing this work directly, to call the person. And in this case, we left this as the last one. They will already know you or your product. So like when you call, I've done this. I worked actually as an account manager at Amazon before building my own agency, and I done a lot of these calls actually there. And anytime I send the email and then the call, and then when I called, it was like, we saw your email. And that's the same concept. So you send them first the messages, link it in the email, then you call, and they already have context on you, and they are more prone to book a meeting with you.
Question from Mattei. Do you have some example of what people reply to this copywriting, and how you are supposed to reply at your turn to lead a qualified meeting? And everything is unified in the inbox. It's just a little note.
I could have, I would have to look for them. I mean, I cannot show like it like right now, but just text me and I can send you a few examples. Like
Yes.
in general, yeah,
Mm.
because I would have to share like the conversation. In general, like the reply is like something like, okay, so for the, let's say for the email here, so if it's a lead magnet, usually like their decision, their answer is like, please send, and the message to send that. I probably have like the templates that I could show, but I would have like to look for it a second.
And Mattei
The,
say, for example, my CTA is, what are you thinking about this, in one of the email, and he will reply something. How after that you handle it to lead to a qualified meeting?
yeah,
How salesy you are?
if like you say, what do you think about this, what do you think about this is good. Usually I would go a little bit like more like for the information one, just because like then it helps, because what do you think about this is like generic, and it brings them to write a long reply. And if you think about that, it brings less reply to you, right? Because think about you receiving a cold email and someone asks you, what do you think about this? You're like, okay, what do I think about this? Like you have to give like a reply, to think about something and write something. You want them to basically have to just reply with a yes, So do you want more information? Yes. Do you want me to send this like list? Yes. It's like really a short reply. That's what we want, because then the next work is like in the lead management part, where I suggest you to call the person as soon as possible. You see the reply, you pick up the phone and you call the person. That's my suggestion, if you can, and you book the meeting in this way. If like you cannot call, or like they don't reply, yes, you can reply to them. So if you say, if they want more information, you send more information, and then you propose immediately like a call, because the email is transactional. And so like if email is transactional, you don't want to dwell too much on like this is the information. They won't reply at one point, they will forget. So just propose a meeting. If it's like if you're sending them something like the list, send them the list and ask if like they know how to activate them, if you can help them activate them. Give value in that case. If they reply to the lead magnet one, you don't want to ask immediately for a meeting. You want to give more value, add value, help them. Just just act as a doctor, like as someone that can help them. And actually, like if you can help them, like, and they can become your client, great, like you get a deal. If they cannot, you have someone in your network, maybe you can ask a referral, you can ask if they have someone that knows someone that like will help. So focus on giving value on the lead magnet one. When they reply to the want more information, focus on getting the meeting immediately.
Okay, great. And yes, maybe we don't want to name anyone, but on the left sidebar, you have a little inbox, just to show people that email replied and replies and LinkedIn DM replies are unified in the same inbox. Yes, just here
Yeah.
inbox. Yeah.
In this case, like this account, I've done it specifically for like the webinar. I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
using like the main one, so
Yeah,
we don't
yeah.
really have like but like,
Even
yeah, we
yeah,
have everyone here.
and in this inbox you also have the lookalike option. So when we start the webinar, we talked about LGM database, which is the Sales Navigator database within LGM, but you also have the lookalike. I don't know if you can go on the little loop. Yes, on the little search
In
glass.
here.
Yeah, like the database
Okay.
when just um,
Yeah, okay. Sorry,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
I didn't
this
understand.
one.
Yeah,
No problem. You have the lookalike search, which is
yeah.
super great because you can just type a company, your ideal client, and then it gives you similar client like Ocean.io does. But also in the inbox, I don't know, Matteo, if you know that, but when you have any lead that reply positively, then, if it's positive, like a yes, the lookalike search active itself automatically in the inbox and say, "Oh, this lead say yes, so here is more similar leads in similar companies." So you have the push and the pull mode. You can do a search in the LGM database localized search, but also in the inbox, you have an option to active the lookalike automatically anytime leads say yes.
Yeah, that's a great thing. That's a great thing. I mean, we use like this, I create like this account specifically for the webinar. So like even like not to show things or any of that of clients. In general, like if, yeah, the unified inbox is a great thing. And it's like really a big challenge whenever, like, if you use different tools, like you don't have email and LinkedIn in the same tool. You don't have
Mm.
the replies all in that. So that's really a challenge, and we have to bring everything together. And because like if let's say that you're doing email and you're doing LinkedIn, like with different tools, you have like some replies in email, some replies on LinkedIn. It gets crazy. It really does, and it's difficult to follow up and then to convert easily. So having a unified inbox where everything comes and where you have your SDR, they can just reply everything like from the same inbox. Guys, that's amazing. And the lookalike search, this is like actually something new, but the lookalike campaigns is something that we do, like for example in ABM campaigns, and they are great. Like they usually work great. Again, focus on those when you have like strong case studies. So you have strong
Yeah.
case studies on a specific like maybe company, and you do like so a specific like lookalike campaign on that company, and like maybe they are competitors of them, and they're like, okay, what you have done, it's like an interesting one.
Yeah. I think, Matteo, at within the lookalike you do, within the lead magnet you do with the playbook Clay plus La Grosse Machine, a good way will be to duplicate your campaign. So after the call, you can just give me your URL of the campaign, and I can put it in the Notion.
Amazing. Sure. I will do that, of course. Yeah, I can do it like right away as soon as we finish.
Yeah, no problem. Or tomorrow, that's okay too.
Maximum
um,
tomorrow.
Guys, do you have still question? I don't know, Matteo, if your demo was complete.
Those are the main parts, like the other parts, of course, but I take like, another thing maybe that makes sense to see, like in the finance one, of course, we have like different messaging. Okay. I didn't really change the connection request. I think it's important that here you just connect and don't speak about too much about business. But when we send them the message, we want like different things. We want in this case a different pain point. We want in this case like a different case study, and we want a different call to action. Same for every message. Like in this case, I'm speaking about a different case study. I'm mentioning, like for example, McKinsey. I'm more like in line with like their industry.
Mm,
I'm not speaking about video producing. So that's how you should differentiate then each message. Pain point, case study, solution in line with like the specific like industry, or eventually like job titles of like the person, or eventually even the dimension. You can have like a lot of variation on your personalization.
mm. A question from Sebastian: do we have access to your template in a pro license? I think you built from scratch this sequence, right?
I built it from scratch, yes.
Yes. So now in pro, before it was only Ultimate Plan that can custom sequences, and now it's in pro plan too, so you can customize your sequence. And as I said, I will I will put this whole campaign with copywriting of Matteo in his playbook. And I think tomorrow I will give you guys the slides of Matteo, the Notion guide of Matteo with the clay option, with this campaign and the recording of the webinar, if that's good for you guys.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not letting me with the trial. Yes, so yes, in trial you will have the catalog of all the sequence, but you will not be able to customize your sequence from scratch. But yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just a few other things, probably like before, like I mean, if there are other questions, yeah, we can go with them.
Mm, so yeah, about Gemini, maybe because we run out of time, maybe Amir, you can reach out to Matteo on LinkedIn. I think it will be better.
Sure, like you can reach out to me in general, like to give you like an idea. What we do is like we build a specific kind of agent for each client. Like this is our, for example, we give all the information, and this becomes kind of our. I mean, I personally speak a lot with this agent. I'm like, okay, like I need to do this, I need to do that. What would you suggest? He has all the knowledge regarding. Like my company, it has all the knowledge regarding like our target market, anything really that you can think of, paying solutions. So I am able like to quickly find ideas from there. So I would suggest to have something like that for your own company.
Great. Amir say yes, he will reach out to you on LinkedIn.
Sure.
Thank you guys very much. Thank you, Matteo, for this super insightful webinar as usual. It was so a pleasure to have you as so much sympathetic and super expert. It's really the best webinar I have with you guys. So thank you guys for all the questions. It was super dynamic. You gave me a lot of work. So that's a good thing, a good signal. And yes, if you want to try La Growth Machine during 1 month, you can just click on the link I shared with you guys. It's a specific link for this webinar, and Matteo is here to help with your use of LGM, but also Clay, your wall strategy, outbound strategy. And if you have any question, also I'm here to answer. And as I said, I will give you all the materials by emails. I think, or me or Matteo. We will see who sent the email tomorrow. Here today, it's 5 something, and in France. So maybe tomorrow you will have all this information.
It's gonna be like a challenge. Who does first? Goes first.
I'll give you the list, and you have the assets, you have the webinar slides. We will see, but yeah. Um, Thank you very much, guys, and thank you again, Matteo.
Thanks, Eloise. Thanks, Eloise. Thanks. It was great, guys. Like, if you want to just like stay in contact with me, you can follow me on LinkedIn. I
Yeah.
post like every day, basically. Yeah, every day. So just follow me on LinkedIn. If you want some insights today, just send me a message. If you're more curious about what we do, you can read our case studies. You can even book a strategy call. We do them for you with our team of like GTM engineers. So yeah, whatever. Just let's stay in touch. And again, thanks, Eloise. It was great, really, as always, like always amazing to have a webinar with you.
Yes, thank you very much. You too. So have a good afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you are, and see you in the next live session.
Have a great one.
Bye.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.